Okay, back again. So anyways, I was saying, I'm not sure if I told you, I tell so many people this story that I forget who I told and whatnot, but even if I did tell you, I probably didn't tell you the whole exact, like, efficient story because it's, like, so much to type, it's so, like, annoying and whatever, but I know I told you that I met Ashley, that was, like, one of the best days of my life, I'll tell you, she was gonna be, it was for her February when she released Headstrong, her CD, and okay, let me backtrack a little bit here. First of all, I just want to tell you that I saw her on The Sweet Life and stuff, but ever since I saw High School Musical, I don't know, I just like really took a liking to her because I really loved her character. And when I love someone's character, I normally like the person. So, and I thought she was really talented and everything, singer, actress, you know. And so I was like, okay. And then so when I saw the High School Musical concert, and obviously I liked them even more, and so I really wanted to meet them. So I found out that she was going to be here in New York. She was in New York City, and so I decided that I would go. My friend was supposed to go with me. Unfortunately, she got sick at the very last minute, and I had no one to go with. And this is really bad because let me explain to you. I don't know if I told you, but I have panic attacks or whatever, and basically, like, what happens is, like, random times, this happens randomly, like, not for any specific reason, but random times, is that what happens is I'll, like, get really, really dizzy, and when that happens, I can't move. Not that I'm paralyzed. I told this to someone once and they thought I was paralyzed. They're like, I think you should really see a doctor. It's not panic attacks. I'm like, no, I'm not actually paralyzed. But because I'm, like, really, really dizzy, like, I can't move because of that. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You'd have to really see it. Like, I've tried explaining to people, and then they see it, they're like, oh my gosh. But some people are like, you know, it's really not that big of a deal, you know, whatever. And I'm lucky because I have, like, good friends who don't care and stuff, so that happens, and they help me and stuff. I actually have some few people who are not so great with them. I know I'm getting off topic here, I'll get back on in a second. But, most of my friends are just really good. Like, they'll carry me or they'll help me to where we're going and stuff. Then I have to, like, rest for, like, the rest of the night or whatever, or, like, take a nap at least, you know. And then when I wake up, I'll usually be better. But there have been cases where I've had some not so great experiences with my friends. One friend, we went to a carnival. I went to a carnival, and I ended up getting. This was actually when I was pregnant with Shayna, so it could be partially because of, like, that and stuff. But had never really had, like, morning sickness or anything with her, so it was, like, really strange. But just gonna go into another page. I just know it. But yeah. So we were at a carnival, and I just didn't feel well, and but you know, I continued to talk and whatever. But then I got sick, and I know this is kind of too much information. I don't really want to go into. I'm sure you know what I mean by I got sick. I threw up. I don't really know how much you want to know about that, but anyway. So we left, but well, we found our other friends and then we left. But this girl, I hope she doesn't see it, but then she's not really internet savvy, so I'm sure she won't see it. But anyway, she wanted me, like, now I was really dizzy, I could barely walk, okay, and not only did she not offer to pull the car up front so that, you know, I could get in it and we could leave from there, but she wanted to freaking walk all the way across the hotel, all the way across the highway to get to a freaking hotel so that I could clean up, so that I didn't get her car full of throw up. I was like, are you kidding me? I was practically crying. I was like, I couldn't walk anymore. Like, I was walking, and I was doing okay, I guess. Then at one point, like, a little while after we passed her car, I'm like, you know, I'm looking at this hotel, I'm like, I can't get there. And I just sat down on the ground. I didn't say anything, just sat down. I couldn't do it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? And apparently she called her mom. She's like, I can't take her to the car. She's throwing up. Yeah. And I wasn't even throwing up anymore. I didn't even really have any, like, on me or whatever. Like, and even it was just on me, whatever. But she was, like, flipping out. And her mom's like, just take her home, you know, whatever. And so she did. But she was, like, really not too happy about it. And I was like, how can you make someone who doesn't feel well walk even further? Like, what the heck is wrong with that? Another time, what happened is that, one of my friends who I just recently started talking to again, she's not really good with my condition either. We went to this dating game or whatever it was called, and it was at a school. Wasn't my school, it wasn't her school. We were both teenagers, obviously, because we were in school. It was a different school that we hadn't been to, and I started not feeling well, and so I lay down on the ground, like in the middle of the hallway, and she called my mom and whatever, and like a bunch of people were like coming around, like what's going on, you know, they're worried and stuff like that. Someone called an ambulance actually. But anyway, so she stayed with me for a little while, and then she's like, oh, well, the game's gonna start, so I gotta go. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're gonna leave me here with a bunch of strangers before my mother even gets here, just because you don't want to miss the stupid game? Like, that really upset me, and I was like seriously scared out of my mind. Thankfully, my mom got there before the ambulance did, because I don't know what I would have done. That's just like really bad. Thankfully, most of my friends are really sweet and caring and kind and very good with this kind of stuff. Again, I'm not naming names or anything because someone sees this video. And some people, even if I'm saying nice things, don't want their name mentioned anyway. So, but yeah, back on point, what I was saying about Ashley, is that, this is going to get cut to another video, I just know it. So yeah, so when my friend canceled on me, I knew it was even really worse for me to go into the city by myself, because my family is not going to drive into the city. Like, they'll drive on Long Island, they're not going to drive into the city to pick me up. So even if, like, I got disease and couldn't move, I would be, like, stranded there, basically. I'd be stuck in the city. I'd have no one to come get me. So, like, I was debating. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I go? Should I not go? What should I do? And so I was freaking out. So the day came that that I was going to go, and I felt fine that day. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I told my grandmother, I'm like, Grandma, you know, drop me at the railroad station, and she did. And I went, and I was fine. Thankfully, I was fine. The only thing on my mind was meeting Ashley. Nothing else. I wasn't thinking about my panic attacks, and maybe that's why I was okay. Maybe I was just too hyped up on meeting her, but I would think that because of the fact that I was going to be meeting her, I would be like, would make me like more nervous and be like, oh my god, freeze up. But it had the opposite effect, and I don't regret it at all. But now thinking back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that could have turned out disastrous. And I really wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't go into the city by myself. Maybe with someone else I'd be able to do it. Like, I'd take the chance, because then they'd be with me and they could help me and stuff. And now I like have a wheelchair and stuff too, so like if that happens, I don't want to think I'm like a cripple or anything. It's just like stupid things. And ever since I had Shayna, actually, because they took me off the medicine when I had Shayna. They won't put me back on the medicine that I was on, because it's like addictive and such. And so they gave me other stuff, but it's like not working as much. Not something I can take on a daily basis. Just like whenever I go out, and it really stinks, because like I used to be on this like really strong dosage and stuff, and it, like I said, this was when I met Ashley. I was on that, and like I still had that stuff like every once in a while, but now it's like more constant, and it really stinks. But anyway, back to meeting Ashley, my story. I don't think I'm going to have time to tell you before this cuts off. Not at all. So, okay, so I get there. It's a place called Planet Hollywood. And I'm the first one there. I don't know how I did that, because I think it was almost time for her to be there. I don't think I waited that long. Anyway, so yeah, I was the first, so I was like in this roped off area, and I was the first one there. And I decided to sit down on the bench, and I figured when people came I would stand up there, that way, you know, nobody could cut in front of me and I'd be like thrown in the back. And I'm gonna have to cut this video and start a brand new one, because we're up to like 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and I can't let it go to 10 because my video editing software on my computer doesn't work right now, so I can't cut the video in half. Which really stinks. It would be much easier for me if I could. But I'll see you soon. Bye.